Hello and welcome to the prologue for Season 4 with Rockstar Energy Racing. And we're at the part now where we're going to have to decide what we're going to do with our teammate, but first, take care of some more uh, part adaptation for Season 4. Of course, we are going to be losing a fair amount of our uh, chassis upgrades as well as some of our engine upgrades. So, think about this. So 249. Yeah, that's probably going to be the one. So as it says right now, we're going to lose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 chassis upgrades, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 engine upgrades. So that's what we're looking at right now. So that's going to be something we'll have to work on, obviously, in Season 4, and we're going to have to see what other teams get affected and how that shakes up the order. But now we're going to go to the driver market, because we've had 2 seasons with Christian Lundgaard, and I feel like it's time to shake it up a little bit. So we're going to take a look at the market and see what is on the offer. Let's look at Pierre Gasly. Okay. Let's see if we can outbid AlphaTauri. Well, Gasly was my plan, but it didn't work out. So, we're gonna have to take a different route here. Hmm. Yeah, Gasly was sort of my plan, and that sort of screws some stuff up here. Hmm. Problem is, the value of these guys is so high, it's kind of hard to make bids for them. Hmm. Huh. I'm gonna stick with Christian Lundgaard, I think. I was gonna Gasly was really the only guy I was interested in, but I wasn't able to get him. So I could go for Hamilton or Verstappen, obviously, but I don't think I definitely don't have the money for Hamilton and Verstappen. Probably not. So I'll stick with
Our new parts have completed without issue. They'll be on the car, ready for the next race weekend.
I have no problem sticking with Lundgaard. So again, not my first choice, but I can live with it. I can definitely live with it.
Well, it's great to be back at your headquarters, and I've got to say, an awful lot's changed since we were last here. Let's dive in with some questions. You recently joined us on an episode of F1 Paddock Pass for a deep dive into the management of your team. The public reaction to that feature was overwhelmingly positive. Not trying to force your hand here, but can we expect you to take part in future episodes? A recent survey found that your staff have the highest employee satisfaction of all the F1 teams. That's quite the accolade. In your opinion, what makes you the best team to work for in Formula One? Just picked up the latest issue of MXF magazine, and look who's on the cover. What was it like for your teammate working with those folks? You haven't invested as much as you could in facilities or drivers. Are you waiting to make a larger investment in them? It's always tough to stay on the cutting edge of technology. Will you be updating your facilities in the near future? Well, it's been wonderful to spend some time with you. Best of luck out on track.
Alright, hope you enjoyed the facility tours here. We will advance to the end
You're
of the
not
season.
currently in a rivalry. Sooner or later, you'll probably be asked by the media who you consider to be your rival. Think carefully who you select, as while you will receive acclaim for beating them, you'll lose acclaim if you fail to do so. I hate to drop this on you, but we could do with your expertise on this one. You handled that well. Thank you.
Alright. I'm ready to finish Season 3. Just to recap, Lungard and I took first and second in the championship. I won a grand total of 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 races. Lungard won 4 times. I thought he won Austria, Hungary, Netherlands, and the season finale at Abu Dhabi. Kind of interested to see if we get any driver changes going into the new season. I mean, we'll obviously get one with Alonso retiring, but beyond that, remains to be seen. And there you see the final stats for the season. A very successful season. Again, 14 wins out of 23 races. Both championships, top 2 in the points. Pretty good results, all things considered. Now, we don't plan on changing anything with our teams, so we're just keeping everything the same here.
The cash in our reserves doesn't help us unless we start investing it back into the team. Let's start thinking about where we can put it to good use.
So, I think going forward with the fact that we have 23 races and 24 tracks, I'm just going to rotate China and Russia each year. So, last season had China. This season I threw Russia back on the schedule. And then if I do a season 5, then China will be back on. And I think that's the best way to approach it. So, that's what we're going to do. So, we will advance with that. Driver. Team details. Gonna keep everything the same. Nothing to really change, I don't think. So, confirm that. I like the current livery. We'll keep it as that. Team branding. We'll keep it as is. And we'll advance. They did the same motion at the same time. That's kind of creepy. As reigning champion, you are entitled to use driver number 1. Would you like to switch to driver number 1? Yes. So we'll keep that number 1 on the car. Alright. Let's see. I think what we'll do... I definitely want to do the driver camp for Lungard. Let's see here. Trying to look at the... Okay, morale's normal. Alright. Facilities. Where do we need upgraded facilities? Let's see. Simulator, we can finish the upgrade on that, probably. Marketing. Probably upgrade that. I mean, everything else is level 3, and I feel like we don't really need to do anything else. I mean, we could do the upgrades faster, but I don't feel we need to do it faster. I guess what I can do is I can purchase resource point generation on the powertrain to get more resource points coming in, especially since we have all those other upgrades to make on the car. And we'll go to the... Man, I don't know what I'm doing here, do I? And as you can see there, we lost 8 chassis upgrades and 4 powertrain upgrades. Um... Hmm. Yeah, I think where we are is fine. I guess we can get the marketing up to level 3. So that everything will be up to level 3. So as it relates to this, so do the merchandise, throw in some cash. And Lungard currently is at 84, so that'll help him out. Okay, let's go driver market here. So Lewis Hamilton still at Williams, Ricardo still where he is, Bottas still where he is, Leclerc, Lando, Sergio Perez, Carlos Sainz, Max Verstappen, Gasly, Sonoda, Esteban Ocon, Mick Schumacher, Lance Stroll, Nicholas Latifi, George Russell, and the first, I guess, big move is Antonio Giovinazzi going to Alpine, of all places. and leaves the door open for Nikita Mazepin to go to Alfa Romeo. And is that it? I think that's it. Which is kind of disappointing, I guess. So the addition that came from Alonso's retirement was really just Nikita Mazepin. Because Giovinazzi goes to Alpine, and then Mazepin takes Giovinazzi's spot in that team. Now, the running order is very interesting. So, it stands right now, we are just barely still the number 1 team on the grid. Mercedes is the number 2 team on the grid. But interestingly, Alpine is the number 3 team, and they're not that far behind Mercedes. So Alpine they're the ones who really benefited from the regulation changes. Ferrari, McLaren, Red Bull, aside from Alpine and Mercedes jumping them, are about where they were before. And then you have sort of the back half, which is Williams, Alfa Romeo, Aston Martin, AlphaTauri, and Haas. And it'll be a battle to see who gets all the upgrades in. So, there you go with that.
Okay, we've had the new parts come through the fabrication process. We'll have them with us for the next Grand Prix.
Yep, so like I said, no real changes to the car in terms of the livery and all that. Let's go through. I keep having to remind myself that Bahrain is the opening race of the season and not Australia. And you can see our marketing department is fully upgraded, which is very nice. Looks very nice. Lundgaard currently at a 94 rating. So he could be a real threat for the championship this year. And actually, through the first part, or I guess the preamble for the season, McLaren have jumped Alpine already, so I guess they already put in some work on getting some upgrades on their car. And I think we can do that too, because we have 1,266 points. So, obviously, aerodynamics, nothing, to worry about there. That's all done. Gosh, some of these upgrades are super expensive. Costs an arm and a leg, practically. 1,900 points for that upgrade? Jeez. Okay, let's look at the chassis. Alpine actually has the best chassis. Powertrain. Williams has the best power unit, but I think our biggest area of concern at the moment is the chassis. So I guess we will take care of that. And hopefully that will come in time for the second race in Imola. So, that was the prologue for season 4. Got some interesting things going on. We'll see how the running order shakes out. And yeah, we will see you next time for the official start of season 4 at the Bahrain Grand Prix.